So one theory says that theory of dividend says that dividend is irrelevant, which is known as irrelevant theory, which says that dividend is not relevant or it will not have an impact on the value of the firm. That theory is proposed by Modigliani and Miller. So two experts, researchers, jointly published a research in 1961 in which they proved that dividend does not have an impact on the value of the firm. Whether you declare a dividend or not declare a dividend, the value of the firm will remain same, unchanged. Other two persons say that dividend is relevant for determining the value of the firm. It will have an impact on the value of the firm. It is known as relevance theory, or dividend is relevant and it will have an impact on the value of the firm. So we are discussing the illustration on Modigliani and Miller. So just a brief recap of question what we have discussed. In this first part, we have completed and arrived at the value of the firm in case dividend is not paid by the company. So let us have a brief recap of what we have discussed till now. Today we will solve the dividend is paid by the company. What will be the value of the firm? One thing you should understand, both the values should be same. That is the crux of Modigliani and Miller. They say that dividend is paid or not paid, your value of the firm will remain same only. That we have to prove. So what value we have got here in dividend not paid case, same value we should get in dividend paid case also. That we will see today. So AB Engineering Limited belongs to a risk plus, which is a capitalization rate of 10%. Rate of capitalization is 10%. That is the K, cost of capital. Okay. 10,000 shares are currently outstanding. Market price, current market price, that is P0, beginning of the year 100. Firm is contemplating declaration of dividend 5 at the end of the year, which is D1. At the end of the year means D1 or beginning of the new year. Okay. And it is also proposing an investment of 1 lakh rupees. It is expecting an income of 1 lakh rupees, and it is proposing an investment at the end of the year or the beginning of the new year, you can say 2 lakh rupees. Okay. So two cases are given to us. In that they are saying that calculate the value of the firm when dividend is paid, and when dividend is not paid. First case we have already solved. We will have a brief recap of that, how we have solved it. Cost of capital 10%, existing number of equity shares 10,000 shares. What is the proposed dividend? If dividend is paid, company will pay 5 per share. Expected net income or retained earnings 1 lakh. Proposed investment is 2 lakh. Current market price P0 is 100 per share. So first case is dividend is not paid. What will be the P1 we have to calculate? Modigliani and Miller says that current price is the discounted value of future cash flow. So P1 and D1 are the future cash flow. If you will discount it, we will get the current market price P0. But in this question, P0 is given 100. We will have to find the P1. So first case says that dividend is not paid. So dividend will be 0, P1 plus 0 divided by 1 plus 0.10. K is 0.10. 100 is the P0 given in the question. So if we will solve this equation, we will get 100 is equal to P1 divided by 1.1. So P1 will be 100 into 1.1, that is 110 rupees. So price of the share at the end of the year will become 110. This price will be relevant for issuing the new shares, calculating the number of shares to be issued for making further investment. Okay, because investment you should make at the end of the year. For that, you will require fund. So fund is required, then you will have to issue the shares. Okay, so at what price you will issue the shares? At 100 or 110? 110, no, because you are issuing at the end of the year, and at that time relevant price is 110. So this much comfortable, everybody? Yes or no? Okay, yeah. So now we have calculated that our price at the end of the year, price per share will be 110 if dividend is not declared by the company. Now we will have to find out the first additional requirement of funds by the company. Earnings expected is 1 lakh. Okay, dividend is not paid in first phase, so it will be nil. So balance amount left with the company will be 1 lakh. Proposed investment is 2 lakh. So additional fund required by company will be 1 lakh. 1 lakh it is already having. So 1 lakh it will require more. And what is the calculated price at the end of the year? Share 110. So number of shares to be issued by company will be additional funds required divided by P1. So if you want, you can keep the formula. Number of shares to be issued by the company will be additional funds required by the company divided by P1. If you want to write the formula, you can write it. Additional shares to be issued by company will be additional shares to be issued by company will be additional funds required divided by P1. Okay. Okay, clear. So we have calculated that in case 1, if dividend is not declared, new shares to be issued by company will be 909 shares. So total shares of the company will become 10,000 shares existing plus 909 shares. So total shares will become 10,909 shares. Okay. So now company is having 10,909 shares. Current P1, that is expected market price is 110. So at the end of the year, value of the company will be 2 lakh rupees. Sorry, 12 lakh rupees. 11,99,990 rounded off to 12 lakhs. This much understood, everybody? Yes or no? Now we will have to find out the value of the company if dividend is declared by the firm, and it should be 12 lakhs only. Okay, because that is the main crux of model. No, value should remain unchanged. So let us find out what will be the value if dividend is declared. So case 2 is dividend is paid by the company. So P0 is equal to P0 will be P1 plus D1 divided by 1 plus KE. So P1 we have to find out. P0 is 100. P1 find out. In this case, dividend is paid by the company and dividend is 5 rupees per share given in the question. 1 plus KE. KE is 0.10. So find out what will be the P1. Anybody? P0 is equal to P1 plus D1 divided by 1 plus KE. So it will be 100 P1 plus not 0, 5. 1 plus 0.10. So it will become 110. If you will take this value 1.1 into 100, it will become 110 P1 plus 5. Okay, so P1 will be 110 minus 5. So in this case, P1 will become 105 per share. Clear? Understood? Everybody? Yes, understood. So here P1 will become 105. So this will be relevant for finding out the additional number of shares and value of the firm at the end of the year, current year. Okay, this part everybody noted down, calculation part. Okay, so now we will have to find out the additional funds required and number of shares to be issued by the company. So format we will take same. Additional funds required by the company. Earnings is 1 lakh. Here dividend is paid by the company. So 10,000 shares are there now with the company. It will pay 5 rupees per dividend per share as a dividend. So balance amount left with the company will be 1 lakh minus 50,000. So balance available will be reducing. It will become 50,000. So proposed investment is 2 lakh. So now additional funds required by company will become 1,50,000. Okay, because only it is having 50,000. So how much it has to raise? 1,50,000. P1 will become 105. Okay, we have calculated now. So number of shares to be issued will be additional funds required divided by P1. So new shares to be issued by company will become 1,029 shares approximately, rounded off 1,429 shares. So total shares with the company will become 11,429 shares. Okay, is that clear? Now we can find out the value of the firm. Number of shares 11,429 shares. P1 is 105. So 11,429 into 105, 12 lakhs. See, Same value we have got 12 lakhs. Same value. That is because of rounding of 45 rupees is because of rounding of, but value is same if you will see 12 lakhs and 12 lakhs. So this is the theory of Modigliani-Miller hypothesis. This says that you pay dividend or not pay dividend, your value of the company will remain the same only. So it will be 12 lakhs. Okay, same value 11,99,990, 12 lakh rounded off, and 12 lakh 45 is 12 lakh. Understood Modiglia and Miller approach. Everything understood?